Waiting for a few of my love bugs to join me tonight. Why does it look dark? Like this lighting be getting on my nerves, y'all. I need some new lights. Y'all need to donate to the channel so I can get me some more lights so we could be brighter over here. Anyways, hey. Waiting for a few of my love bugs to join me on this nice Sunday night. Come on over, baby, so we can get this party started. Woo! I don't know what the hell that was, but y'all know. We be having us a good time over here. Yes. Join me. Ooh. Come on over. Come on over, love bugs. I feel like I have like cat hair and all types of stuff flying all around. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm like, y'all know how sometimes y'all be seeing stuff that's not really there floating in the air and it be like imaginary and stuff, but you still be like, what is that? Come on over. Yes, we about to get this party started. Let me see what y'all saying. Hey, Shaw. Hey, Scarlett. Hey, Sinane. You just watched it with interview. Yes, that's what we about to be talking about tonight. I look beautiful. Thanks, boo. Hey, Nikki. Always a baddie. Giving blondes. Having fun. Thank you. Hey, Taurus babe. What's up? Hey, love bug. What's up? I hope you're having a good morning, noon, night, whenever this video may reach you. Do your girl a favor, hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you could get that ding whenever I upload a new video. So today, we are going to be looking at Tokyo Toni's latest interview that she did with Megan James. The name of the site, let me get the name right, child. Now, let me get the name right, chat. Of the podcast. The podcast is called The Hollywood Group Chat. The Hollywood Group Chat. Hey, Tay. Hey, Tanika. Hey, the Diva. Hey, Amiria. Hey, S. Madlock. Y'all ready? Is y'all ready? All right, enough of y'all is up in here, to get started or whatever. Make sure y'all hitting the subscribe button on your way into my house. That's the entry fee. Don't you bring it to my house if you're not hitting the and subscribe and the goddamn like button, all right? Keep me in the algorithm, okay? Because we got to get our points up, all right? Hey, the Thrift Queen, what's up? Yes, hit on the way in, that part. So we're gonna watch some of this together, y'all. We're gonna break it down, and y'all already know how we do over here. We're gonna get into it. All right. Ooh. Allergies don't live like people do. All right. Shout out to the Hollywood Group Chat by Megan James. Let me pause that because we ain't trying to do these videos like that. I mean, mute it because y'all know we ain't trying to. Okay, we got to skip the ads. I think I wanted to go to the 6 minute mark. 6 minutes, like around here.
I decided to go play basketball because I'm a tomboy, or was anyway. Mm-hmm. And I was on the basketball court. We were playing, and at the time it was what they would call Jakes. The Jamaicans came, and they had a.
That's what they call the Jamaicans?
Yeah, call them Jakes.
Okay.
So the Jamaicans came, and they had a little argument on the basketball.
Wait, so this is her talking about her being grazed by a bullet.
Ball court, and by the time I turned around, where everybody running, I got grazed.
Do you still have a scar from? Like, where did you get grazed at? Was it like
right
your
here.
temple?
This is why I wear baseball caps and stuff. It's right here.
It's right in the middle?
Yeah.
Whoever did your makeup slay, because I can't see it.
Oh,
period.
Yes.
But did you suffer any brain injuries or
no? It wasn't. It was a graze. A graze meaning basically the bullet don't touch you. It's really the heat.
So
when it grazed.
Wait, dang! I wish I had this in the queue because sis legit got herself up here on these internet streets. She was on a live. I believe it probably was YouTube where she said that it was her mother that papowed her in the head. Am I the only one that remembers this, that recalls this? I cannot be the only one. Now she's switching up the story saying it was the Jamaicans. See, it's just to be a lot of holes. I think people don't realize when they talk a lot, they start to reveal themselves because she said her mother did this. I remember watching this with my own two eyes and hearing this with my own two ears about this story of her getting papowed. And she specifically said it was done by her madre, not the Jamaicans. But now it's a different story, but okay. Chat.
When it grazed, it took my eyelashes off. It was the heat because it was right there.
Oh.
Yeah. Took the lashes, burned my cheeks and the thing on my forehead. Yeah,
so
sparks.
How was your relationship with your mother growing up?
My mother was an angel. A very Christian woman.
Mm-hmm.
She was stern. She didn't believe in a whole bunch of shenanigans. She was raised well, so of course it showed through her kids. My mom was one that, like I said, she didn't play any games. She was a professional. She was a school teacher, but before she was a school teacher, she worked for the Navy as a graphic designer. So as far as like spankings and stuff like that coming up, I got my ass toe up.
Me too.
Yeah, I got toe up. So from some of that, you be mad at your parents about certain things, like you can't go here, you can't go there. But then when you grow up.
So how was your mother an angel if she used to tear that ass up? Like, a lot of times in our community, we are, abused. We are given a lot of emotional damage by our parents and from our parents. And we don't realize that it's not okay because we are just used to being traumatized and thinking that it's normal. It's not really normal to beat your child's ass. It's not. And I know, they have this old saying, spare the rod, spoil the child. Y'all got to think of where that comes from. The rods and going to get a switch from the tree. It's given very much plantation reality. And we have to flip that narrative. Like, this is not me. I'm not a mom yet. I always maintain this. And I might be. Don't say shit to me if I pop up with a goddamn kid in a year or two. All right? Because it's my prerogative. However, that whipping and all of that, what do you think that comes from? It's given very much slave master, slave mentality. It's given very much torture and trauma. And even though, parents may feel like, oh, I gotta pow my child for them to listen because this is all I know as discipline. It really does. It can drive a wedge, and it doesn't always mean that your kid is gonna be so forgiving. Of course, you got to keep living life or whatever, but some of that sticks with you. Ooh, excuse me. And a lot of us, we're raised being abused, even though you're not leaving marks necessarily or drawing blood. It doesn't mean that you're not mentally and physically abusing your children. So then we grow up and we repeat the same cycles. We get into romantic relationships where we're abused physically, emotionally, and mentally, but we don't even recognize it as such because that's what we're used to. It's actually comfortable to be in abusive situations, low-key, high-key.
And you see why they told you no. Mm-hmm. You be angry, you're like, But when you really grow up and you mature, you're like, dang on, I see why she said no or yes.
So did you ever suffer any childhood trauma from your mother at all?
None from my mother, ever.
See, one of the main reasons why I wanted to interview you, I remember I was watching Blac Chyna's show on Zeus, her very first season. Mm-hmm. And you and Chyna's relationship is very much so like me and my mother's relationship. So like I felt like a connection there. Mm-hmm. Because we're gonna get to mother-daughter relationships.
I got you.
We're gonna get there. But I feel like our relationship is very similar. Okay, I'm gonna get there. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
What am I doing wrong?
No commercials.
Don't. I live in the present.
So you don't have any future goals?
No, my future goals are where they are right now. Mm-hmm. Everything I named plus more. I have a nonprofit. So everything I've been doing, I'm going to continue to do. Mm-hmm. And tomorrow's not promised. So I don't worry about it. I worry about today.
See, I agree with her there because I always say this to y'all. We live simultaneously in the past, present, and future. My dad taught me that. because, you know, I mean, clearly you got to have, you know, a little stowaway for the possibilities of you still being around in the future. However, all that's real and tangible is literally right now. So I agree with that. However, when she said that she doesn't feel like she had any trauma or anything from her mother, I don't agree with her. I feel like she has, but like I said, we don't know how to identify it because we feel like it's normal. We've normalized being treated poorly by our parents. As long as you got shelter, food, the basic necessities of what it takes to, you know, raise a child. As long as you have those things, you feel like you were raised and loved and cared for. When a lot of times, y'all, that do not be the case.
And maybe tomorrow. After that, really? Anything can be taken from you in a matter of seconds. It's happened many times.
Right.
You win, you lose. You think you win, you lose. But you only win in heaven. That's the only win.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get down to the rumors and the questions from the fans.
No problem. Let's go.
You ready? Because this is going to be my favorite part because these are all the questions that they was asking me to ask.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So, Miss Tokyo Toni, have you ever worked as a DoorDasher? And how was your experience?
Yes, I worked as a DoorDasher. I've done 4 dashes. I should have done more. And the reason.
Okay. Has anybody worked for DoorDash? What does it mean to do 4 dashes? I don't understand that. Like, I really didn't get it. I was very confused by that part. Megan just want to ask her why she on the internet being toxic. Has anyone ever worked for DoorDash? And what does it mean to do 4 dashes? All right, I'm gonna need y'all to tell me that. Like anybody help, because I don't get it. What does that mean? All right, but let her keep
it being because I have children in Uganda that I take care of. They eat because of me. I'm building homes in Uganda. So if you go on my page, you will be able to see at least maybe 600 videos of my babies. Yeah,
Aww.
I have 36 children.
And you know all their names?
No, they're like Washikanaga and all that. No, they have little nicknames, Little Fly, you know, Froggy, little things like that. Some of them like Jordan, you know, Aaliyah, but most of them no.
Okay.
Or I'll be like, hey, little baby, you know, and they'd be like, hey, you know.
Yeah. And so do you just like send money in their GoFundMe's?
No, they don't have GoFundMe.
So how does it work? How does it work?
They have me. I found them like 2 years ago from French Montana song. Whatever that song is with him and Sway or something.
Anybody know the song? How I go?
That song, but whatever the song is, that song there, I saw some African kids dancing online. So I just went on one day and just started chatting and stuff.
She never answered the question though. Like, how do you donate to them? Okay. Like, if they don't have a GoFundMe, are you donating to like a charity? Is it an organization? Like, are you cash apping them? Like, okay, this is confusing me a little bit.
And then I just picked up the responsibility. No, I give them direct through my PayPal.
So, why did you stop DoorDashing?
Because the DoorDash was for them. I don't need the DoorDash.
Oh, so you just give them money from like your bookings and stuff now?
No, I don't have bookings. I work.
You got a job?
Baby, I own businesses. I have a truck.
This ain't making no sense. You said you did 4 DoorDashes just to feed the kids in Uganda, your 36 kids. She asked, well, how do they get the money? You said, oh, well, no, they get it from me, from my PayPal. But where do you send the money to? She didn't ever answer that. And she did 4 DoorDashes. What does that mean? Let me look. I got to see what y'all said. Can somebody please tell me what does it mean to do 4 DoorDashes? 4 deliveries. What the hell? 4 deliveries? How much do you get paid to make deliveries? $10? So she sent them $40. I'm confusion. I'm confused. What? It don't make no sense. Is it just me? Because what? 4 DoorDashes to send to the kids in Uganda, and you only did it 4 times. And you got your own businesses. You got what they. All right. Anyways, let's move past this. Let's get on to the next, because that whole shit just confused me. I don't get it at all. She talking in scammers like, yo, I'm like, what? Not taking up for her, but I did see her talk to the kids in Uganda. I think that's beautiful. I'm not saying, no, you can take up for her. I'm not against Tokyo Toni. I seen her give, you know, the homeless on Skid Row dollars and cuss them like a dog in the street. I've seen that. I'm giving Storm the cartoon character. Okay, I like that. I'm not mad. She said her credit score was 300 something. Y'all got it going. What? Oh my God. Okay, wait. Let me fast forward. Make sure y'all hit the like button. It's 60 of y'all up in here. I should have at least 40 likes. At least, you know, almost 40 likes for now, right now. All right, let's fast forward this because I just what? I'm confused. All right, let's get on over here.
Yes, of course. Who haven't?
I never been stripper. I can't dance to save my life. Don't.
I have SHN Network.
Uh-huh.
I have a Tokyo Toni's Trucking. I have Prissy Tomboy Records.
Period.
I have Vivacious Hair and Lashes. I have VivaciousSkin.com. I have a lot going on.
And then
but what I said was, because I still have a lot of things and I'm going through a divorce or whatever, I don't need to come out of my pocket for them. Let their money be hard earned. So can't nobody F with me about them. So let me go work for my money from literally working from DoorDash and give it to them.
Right.
But it was annoying. Like, it was just because I'm pulling up to the door and it's like, and everybody want to take pictures. So it's like hard to do.
Right.
So
I can understand that.
But I got it on my phone if you want to see.
No, I can understand that. Unforgettable. That's a song from French
Yes,
Montana.
baby. Unforgettable. Ah,
Hey.
yes.
Okay. So, Miss Tokyo Toni, have you ever worked as like a stripper or a sex worker?
Yes, of course. Who haven't?
I never been a stripper. I can't dance to save my life.
You ever worked as a sex worker?
Never worked as a sex worker.
You never sold that pussy?
Never sold the pussy.
So you've been a slut all your life.
How have been a slut? Wait, hold up.
Let me
give me the difference between a slut and a prostitute. What's a slut and a prostitute?
Okay, the difference between the two is no payment. That's why if somebody call you a hoe, be happy. Somebody call you a slut, you coming back with your hair pushed up and dirty feet.
How you get dirty feet?
You walking on dirt, bitch. You walking on dirty dick. What?
Wait, no, start over. Because I'm confused. I'm a little suburb baby.
Okay.
So explain.
Okay, let me break it down.
Okay.
A slut, Amber Rose, says slut walk, right? They are sluts. They don't get no money. They just get hammered and let go. A prostitute, anything like that. What you want to call the sex workers these days? Okay, crazy. Sex workers, they're gonna get their money. So it's no difference than a girl saying, "Oh, this."
It's funny because she said dirty feet. Did y'all see that that clip of her showing her dirty feet? The bottom of her feet was mad dirty, and a guy was like, "Oh, she been working hard. She was working hard," and she was laughing. I said, "They got it going on."
Dude got me this, and this dude got me that. So what are you now? You're not independent. Because if a dude giving you something, where is your independence? I'm independent. I haven't got nothing from a dude in 5 years.
Not even no flowers.
Nothing. Megan bought me flowers. Where you at, Marcellus? Megan James bought me flowers. You didn't. Okay, go.
Okay, so
I'm just kidding.
How do you feel about the people that basically like down talk sex workers or prostitutes? People that
thanks, boo, Carbon Goddess.
Basically put a price on their vagina.
Well, first of all, it's a prostitute. When you speak on those terms, it doesn't always be vagina. You said sex worker, not having sex. It's a difference. Let me break it down. You have escort services, okay, where ladies come.
See, now I agree with this. I'm gonna let her finish, but I agree with that. There's a difference between being like a prostitute, like a streetwalker, and like a sex worker, because a sex worker could be dominatrix. You know what I mean? Like you could literally do kink stuff, like fetishes, like doing like selling pictures of your feet. That's technically kind of like sex work, but that doesn't mean that you're sleeping around or like, you know, spreading that coochie open. I've done dominatrix works before. I'll tell y'all that maybe at some point we start doing story times, but just not yet. We gotta get the followers up before I start delving into what the hell I didn't experience. But let's keep going.
Come out, example, quote myself back in the day. You can come out and you go to a place like this. You have dinner, you chill, you whatever. You massage his shoulders, you talk to him. You go to sleep, you relax, you get your check, you go.
That's prostitute.
No,
that's sex worker.
That's what would you call that? Escort.
That's escort.
Yes.
Mhm.
Prostitute is straight up, give me your money, we fucking, and get out of here. Who are you?
Period.
Yeah.
And then a slut is just somebody who's
A
getting fucked for
slut
free.
just want to fuck for free like every man in here. I'm just
Period.
kidding, boys.
No, the niggas always be fucking for free. Well, I mean, sometimes they be
Some
paying, I
niggas
guess.
don't. They get their
they
coins.
get paid?
Men be out here getting tricky. Like, yo, men use women way more than women use men, especially in our community. They do not like to admit this, but these dudes out here, they be dead living off of women, getting their bills paid, getting their car notes paid, getting their gas tank filled up, getting cars, getting flued out. Men absolutely be getting tricked on by women. I'm gonna need y'all to be honest about that, because everybody up in this chat at least knows at least a woman or two that's legit taking care of a man. That's exactly for a place to stay. That's why they call them homosexuals. Let's not get it twisted. It's a real thing. And these days, a lot of men be gay for pay. And it is not me knocking anybody's sexual orientation. I'm just saying, gay for pay. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. No.
With the letter, it's like a 14-page letter, front and back. Some in red.
Miss Tokyo Toni, that you engaged in an exchange for sex.
I haven't. I've been married all my life.
Your whole life?
My whole life, from the age of 19 to present.
This is a lie. I'm mad I missed where we was. But she asked her, when was the last time you engaged in sex for pay? And she said never. She hasn't. She's been married her whole life. That's not true, because I saw Tokyo Toni's adult video on Pornhub. I saw it. Did y'all see it? And I'm sure she got paid for that. And she literally was like, getting rammed doggy style. She was doing a missionary. She was, giving a little guap. It did have a protection. It was, covered with the little plastic joint. She had that on there, but she absolutely was bending that thing over and throwing that thing back. So Miss Tokyo Toni, you is lying like a Persian rug. You absolutely have been paid to pop that coochie open, because I saw it with my own two eyes on Pornhub. I saw it. So what are you saying? Like, why are you getting up here saying that you have not been, why are you sitting up here saying you just been married your whole life and you ain't never been paid to throw that coochie in a circle? Because you have. This is not me saying that she's been a streetwalker or anything like that, but she don't be answering the questions in the truth manner.
I only had a 3-year gap.
Has it been with the same man?
3 different.
3.
Yeah.
Were you married to Chyna's father?
No, he was a slut, and I was too.
Okay. Period.
Yeah.
Okay, so Miss Toni.
Yes, darling.
Have you ever done any hardcore drugs? Cocaine, crack, heroin?
I've never done any drugs, but I have tried cocaine before.
And how did it make you feel?
21.
See, there she go, lying again like a Persian rug. I've never done any drugs, but I've tried that cocaine. Miss Ma'am, that's you doing drugs. And you smoke Mary Jane every day. That's drugs. Now, are you an avid, snorter? No. But have you ever done drugs? Yes. But you've only tried it. Doing something once, and did you do something? Wait, did you do something once versus doing something is 2 different things. Majority of people done tried some things. I done tried some shit. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to any of my love bugs. I don't give a damn. We all got life. We all live life. I done been a rock star for a long time. But do I do drugs? No. She be trying to like switch up the way she answers these questions. You ain't slick, Miss Tokyo. You ain't slick.
21 years old. I don't know. I don't remember.
Do you smoke weed?
I love weed.
What's your favorite strain?
All of them.
So, like, no indica. What is it? Indica?
I have a low tolerance. What I mean by that is I don't inhale weed. I blow it. I even have a song.
Kind of
about
like
that.
hookah.
Right.
Like you're not supposed to inhale it.
Right, because that would be, come on, I smoke like 30 J's a day.
Really?
Yeah.
And how do you function?
Because I don't inhale.
So what's the point of smoking? Just curious.
Because you got to get the active ingredients, which is the THC in weed. So when you pull in, no matter what, it's going in. You don't have to ingest to get it if you do it enough. And it keeps me.
Mary Jane is drugs. It's not hard stuff, but it still falls under the umbrella of substance. So what? Y'all, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I guess we could just say whatever the hell. I mean, we are living in a world where you could just make up whatever the hell you want. You could change the definition of words. You could
From people up. It's
So-
medicine.
So have you ever been approached by the Illuminati? Because you talk about the Illuminati a lot.
Yeah, years ago.
Okay, I need to hear this story because I've always been interested in that.
Well, just say it like this. They don't come to you like straight up unless you are like some celebrity, you doing blood rituals and stuff like that. No, they don't come like that. They come to you with the letter. It's like a 14-page letter, front and back, some in red, some in black, written on white. And they just tell you all the wonderful shit they'll do for you.
So what are some of the wonderful things they would do for you?
Girl, they do a goddamn thing for me because I ain't deal with
No,
it.
I'm saying like, what do they
What would
claim they would do?
Anything. They would give you a show. They would put you on a record label. They, you know.
And so what do the sacrifices be like?
I wouldn't know, but
I thought that would be in the 14. I would have read every 14 page of that letter.
No, once you realize there's no need, because guess what happens? Somewhere in the middle of that letter, at the bottom, at the top, at the foot page, it's going to have some type of spirituality in it.
Right.
That reads, and you'll be reading it as people do now, don't even recognize. You're reading stuff and you don't even realize what you're reading, and you're reading spells on yourself.
She right. I agree with her 100%. I mean, words, you spell words, spelling, like, hello. So you reading stuff, reciting things out loud, like all of that has a bearing on your life. Like, a lot of us don't realize that. What you speak, what you consume has a lot to do with what you see around you and what you are involved with and what type of spirits and stuff you invoke.
I don't read shit unless it's about that cash.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay. So how you know Nicki Minaj got the good cookies?
I don't.
You said Nicki Minaj has some good cookies. I want to know how you know.
But look what I said after that. I said, but I ain't had none.
So have you ever slept with a woman?
Yes, I've had girlfriends.
Okay. So this or that, men or women, would you prefer?
Men.
So how was your experience dating a woman?
It was good.
What was good about it?
Everything. The softness. I'm kind of like I can't be alpha because alpha is a male, but if you had to say it, just soft, like gushy girl, like good pussy, sweet.
So what makes a woman's pussy good for coming from a woman?
Cleanliness.
Like boric acid?
No, like a fucking bath every day, 2 or 3 times. Yeah.
So Miss Toni, you was a munch or you was getting munched on?
A little bit of both.
So how is eating vagina? How was that experience for you?
Tasty treats.
What did it taste like?
Megan James.
Okay, how you know what I taste like?
I don't.
No, seriously though, because like
it doesn't.
Oh, you don't have an OnlyFans?
Why the fuck would I have an OnlyFans?
That was my next question, because one of those fans said you might have had an OnlyFans. They want to know what was on it.
No.
But OnlyFans don't gotta be sex work.
Oh, I don't know. The reason being because I have my own www.tokyotonyxxx.com. So I have my own shit. So why would I go in there for $20?
But you could raise the price to $150.
That ain't
70,
nothing.
90.
It's $350 starting to look at a picture
For
of mine.
XXX?
Yeah.
Tokyo Toni?
Would y'all pay $350 to see Tokyo Toni? Would y'all pay $350 to go on Tokyo Toni's site? What the hell she got up there? She charging it. I'm not even mad, shit, because. But I just want to know, would y'all pay? Heck no, absolutely not. Don't do it. It'll give you a device virus. Y'all is a mess. Is that real? Heck no, nope. Y'all are funny as hell. Mm-mm-mm.
To look at a picture.
So what type of pictures you be putting on there, Miss Tokyo? Oh wait, did you make your twerk video for XXX Toni?
Nah, because they
You
can
was just
see
doing
that.
it for
They can
fun?
see that for free. Yeah.
So what can they not see for free?
Ooh, they gotta pay to
Ooh.
find out.
Oh.
Y'all gotta pay. What is it? I'm telling everybody.
$350.
It's $350 for what's the website?
www.TokyoToniXXX.com.
www.TokyoToniXXX.com.
And I want Megan on there.
Whatever your business needs.
She got it going on. Hey, if people was paying me $350, I might have me a website.
Let's do it.
I'm screaming. Okay, Miss Toni.
Yes, baby.
So why, this is a question from a fan. Why are you always in the car?
Because I'm always hustling. I'm grinding. Yeah, I make moves. I have businesses. I have to check on things, move around. And the question should be to whoever that fan is, why the fuck you always looking?
Because they love you.
Well, bitch, don't ask me the question. Them.
Yeah.
That's your answer, pumpkin seed.
Pumpkin seed. Okay, cool. So another question is, somebody asked, why did you need $3,600 from Chyna if you have all these businesses?
I didn't need $3,600, and it was $3,800. What I did was, and they need to clean it up. First of all, it was a question before that. Hold on. It was something before that and something after that. They screenshot that. They didn't screenshot the whole thing, but it's on my page. I made sure. What I would do is try to get through to my daughter and say things like that. Why would I need $3,800 when I'm giving out $3,800 a week on homelessness?
Do y'all believe that? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that she don't need the $3,800, and put a 2. Wait, put a 1 for yes, she needed the $3,800, and put a 2 for no. 1, yes, she needed the $3,800. 2, no, she did not. What y'all think? I think she needed that goddamn $3,800. Storm said, I believe she needed the $3,800. Everybody's saying 1. Nikki Jean said 2. The Thrift Queen said 1. She needed that goddamn money. She is a goddamn. She lied like a Persian rug. It's that part for me. She lying. She know good and goddamn well she wished that her daughter would have sent her that motherfucking money. Not after she hounded me for money after I went. Oh my
Tents and sleeping bags and no.
What made you be so passionate, like, for the homeless? Like, everybody has their charity or whatever there.
I'm chosen.
But you never experienced homelessness.
No.
Homelessness. For me, it's children. Like, whatever I give is always to like the youth.
I do everybody. First of all, I will start with the man. I started off with men, not given to women. You know why?
Why?
They get welfare check. They get food stamps. They can get all this just from getting a fucking hot spot up in their pussy to drop a baby.
See, I don't agree with that. Like, this is given, what was Cynthia G say? Black male worship. Why would you provide for men first? Men that's supposed to be the patriarch of society, men that are supposed to be the providers of the protectors, because you feel like women could get public assistance quicker than men, when in reality, men get public assistance too. And if men were stepping up to the plate the way that they needed to, women wouldn't need to rely so heavily on the government. I don't agree with that. It's given like black male worship.
Okay. So I'm going for the men.
Y'all gotta stop laughing. Y'all make me laugh because it's serious though.
Yeah.
This is a good point.
No, it's for the men. If you go and look at this right here to tell you, go to Lana Ghetto Advice. In 2009, I started talking to men because their women talk too much. She don't listen. And if he says, baby, guess what? I was molested when I was a boy. The first time we have an argument, your daddy fucked up your ass. So
what woman would say that? I don't know any woman that would say that if a man confided in her that he had been essayed as a child. I don't know. I mean, maybe where she come from in her era, but we are not like that. Like, I don't know any woman that would ever throw that up in a man's face. If anything, a man will throw it up in your face and victim blame you as a woman for having had traumatic experiences like that way quicker than a woman would ever throw something like that up in a man's face. That's not true. I call bullshit.
Oh, it's like, fellas, come talk to me. I'm your big sister. So no, it's always the boys first, then the babies, and then the babies. Because I really don't get along with women.
Let's talk about that, Miss Tokyo.
Yes.
Why do you not get along with women? I feel like you are sweet. Like, I'm honestly very shocked. You are very sweet, mannerable, very nice. Like why you don't get along with women?
Because I'm the type of girl that gives to my friends, and I'm just a giver, you know? I want my friends to have the best, because I know I'm gonna get it anyway. So if you want this for your friends and they turn jealous and envious, and you pluck them off one at a time, you end up with who? You. So that's why.
Okay, so I don't know how I feel about this, right? Because at the end of the day, I would never sit up here and say I don't get along with women. But however, people in general do be jealous and they do be envious. And a lot of people are unevolved and they are not happy with themselves. So it's just like, if you can't be happy for yourself, how on earth could you be happy for somebody else? So I kind of get it. But in the same breath, if everybody has a fucking issue, sometimes maybe it's you. And we saw Tokyo Toni cuss her friend like a dog in the street because the friend wanted to share the room with her. She was like, "You fucking weird bitch. It's only $40. I was going to get you your own fucking room." If you talk to your friends like that, girl, I just don't. That's why you ain't got no friends. It ain't got nothing to do with people being envious and jealous. You got a bully spirit. You cuss people like a dog in the street. You speak with no coof. You ain't got no respect. And a lot of people ain't going for that. A lot of people are not going for that. However, I do, like I said, you know, it's kind of like a double-edged, you know, little situation. Because me, myself, I have really good friends, but we don't live in close proximity to each other. Women that live close to me, they're very invasive. They always want to be up in my business, and I'm not like that. So it makes it a little harder for me to maintain relationships where I gotta constantly be available to people, because I don't like that. Like, sometimes I go into hermit mode. Sometimes I'm moody. Sometimes I don't want to talk. Sometimes, you know, I need laser focus when I'm doing something and trying to accomplish stuff. And a lot of women don't understand that. They don't understand that when they're single, but when they get a man, then they leave your ass alone. See, that's another thing too. We're gonna do a video about the dynamic of friendships between, you know, women, amongst women. And I'm going to let you guys call in, because this is something that me and my close girlfriends, like I said, but the closest ones to me that I have minimal problems with, they don't live in the same state. So we get to visit each other, you know, we have a great time. We talk on the phone a couple times out of the week or here or there. And it's never any like, why you ain't answer the phone? I called you and you did this and that. And I've experienced that. And it's like, bitch, I'm not fucking you. It's not my man. I ain't your nigga. Like, what? It just be given too much sometimes with people, specifically women, I would say. However, I would never sit up here and say I don't fuck with bitches, because I absolutely love women. I do. I just feel like a lot of us, you know, we have unresolved issues. We have trauma. We're not really fulfilled in our day-to-day lives. And it plays out in the relationships that we have with other women. I will say that. So I get that. I get it. But, you know, I would never say I don't like women. I love women. I adore women. Is y'all picking up what I'm putting down?
Why? I don't deal. I don't want to go back through that, because the next bitch try me, it might not be so cute.
How do you feel about people saying that you're jealous of Chyna?
How can I be jealous of someone that I birthed?
I feel like my mother's jealous of me.
Listen carefully. Let's go back to your first question. Your mother probably is jealous of you, and she has to deal with it, and so do you. Listen to this. Me and Chyna never had a problem a day in life. And what's so funny is we did 4 different shows. That 5.7 seconds sealed the deal. Did you not see before that the show where we were on my porch and I said, Rob, don't do this to Chyna, because I was the only one that raised you, and your father, nobody was around. She hugged me and said, yeah, Mom, you're right. So they didn't see all of this. They don't see that I was her manager. I was Angela's manager. I'm the one got her things and made sure she stayed up and got straight. No, we didn't have those type of problems. Those problems were created. My daughter was spoiled rotten. Little bitch still is. Yeah. See, if I had a daughter that was like you, that would be so much different. There's no mother in the world could possibly be jealous of her own child. I'm Mama Bear. Who don't know that?
What? Did she just say no mother in the world could possibly be jealous of their own child? It's the delusion. It's the delusion for me. Girl, what? There are so many moms, and not just in the melanin-rich community, but all over that are jealous of their daughters. Because like I say, your daughter introduces you to your own mortality. It is you younger. You know, it is you're probably better looking. It is you with less baggage. It is you with less stress. Like you're looking at yourself outside of you, and it's like, damn. You know, and especially if you haven't lived out your life according to you and, you know, did what you actually loved and what you wanted to do, and you're not happy, then, oh my God, you see a younger version of you get into it, elevating higher than you did. Chad, please.
Drop a dime by her and see what happens. No, I'm just the one that's strong-willed and strong-minded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I got to be the leader,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But sometimes when you're the leader and you're trying to lead your kids and they want to be a leader because they want to be just like you,
Mm-hmm.
but this is how kids supposed to do. You're supposed to want to be like your mom,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And this was my kid. No jealousy whatsoever. I could never be. I chastise. And I chastise because once someone get to a certain level, there's no people around to say, don't do these drugs, don't do that alcohol, don't do that. They're going to be like, okay, whatever you say. I'm not going to do that because at the end, your demise, something happens to you. Guess who's going to be with you? Me and me
Right.
only.
I agree with her about guess who's going to be with you. I don't know. I feel like mothers who really do care for their children, they do love unconditionally. I just don't like the fact that this woman never takes accountability for how she shows up. It's whack as fuck at this point. Like, ma'am, like you don't got the best track record with how you show up and how you're portraying yourself to the world. You on these worldwide internet streets, cutting the fuck up, cussing your daughter like a dog in the street, threatening to air her out and tell all her business. All for what? This Angela Blac Chyna don't ever really come out and say anything terrible about you. So it's not even like you're retaliating. You do a lot of this unprovoked. I will never sit up here and say she doesn't love her daughter because I believe she does. However, there's ways to show that you love a person, and I don't always see it from what we see.
So, why do you all like, from what I've noticed and what I've followed, why do you bring like you and Chyna's personal family issues to the internet?
Where else am I going to bring it?
Directly to Chyna, right?
If I could call her.
So you blocked?
She just blocked me recently because I bust her out about a few things, and I'm going to continue to do it.
Are you a
I mean, why do you think she blocked you though? No accountability. Oh, she blocked me because I bust her out about a few things. Girl. Damn.
how she treats you?
No,
or-
I don't care about that. I'm over that. I never have to see her another day in my life. I'll be fine with that.
That's not true. And I'm gonna show y'all a clip after this that proves that is a lie. She absolutely cares whether or not she sees her daughter.
No.
Okay. So, are you proud of Chyna?
I used to be.
I mean, what about her transformation into
What transformation?
her finding God, and she's transforming from Blac Chyna to Angela. Angela, her last name's White.
Okay, let's start. You really want this?
I do.
You really want this, Megan? James, I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
Raw and uncut. First of all, her name is Angela Renee White. When I noticed that was the first thing. Oh, you dropped your middle name. I wonder why. I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
Next, she had things going on in her body that I didn't appreciate and like because she knew. And I have this thing called discernment. I can read you. I can read you right now and scare the shit out you. You know?
First of all, who really uses their middle name? Like, I mean, that's not really like a natural thing. Like, people don't usually use their middle name. Like, Beyonce knows. Beyonce was not like, my name is Beyonce. Giselle knows Carter. Like, you don't really, I mean, that's not uncommon for people to not really use their middle name. All right.
He knows this too. So your kid have to tell you things that's really not true, you know, to protect whatever that they're doing. But I be goddamn, you can with my womanhood. Because I might be a bitch, but don't fuck with the motherhood. And she has yet to say, I lied. She has yet to say this. After
she don't say anything about you hardly. That's why she's yet to say it. That's why we're all looking around confused as to why you be going off on her publicly. Now, we don't know what the hell y'all do behind closed doors. We're not there. We don't have no idea. But publicly, she really don't hardly say anything about you. It's very unprovoked.
Changing. You change across the board. You don't pick and choose what you want to change. So I give her a text because the initial sight of it, I was overly excited. I actually went into a teary. But don't worry about it. We'll talk about it another time. Okay. So bad that it's like, oh my God, you heard me. You heard me. You heard me. I know you're real. But then I go on her page and I see that you still have these thought-like pictures up, but you're all over every social media platform. So that means you want everybody to see. So when they
Miss Tokyo, not Miss Tokyo pouring the goddamn lotion, mimicking and mocking a load of a man down her, squirting, twerking, and doing all of this type of stuff, leg up on the wall, legs to the moon. Talking about somebody having 30 pictures. Ma'am, you is a grandmama and you out here showing that thing. So you need to stop that. You need to stop that. You need to stop it. It is a cognitive dissonance for me. And yet you be up here praising the Lord and Jesus and listening to gospel music, but then you cuss people like a dog in the street and you be twerking at coochie. Tokyo, stop that. It's getting real hypocritical out here.
See, they're going to directly come to your page, which should be on zero depletion. She's done it many, many times. Just go and wipe everything. So when I saw that she had these things still on her page, I'm like, no, no, no. And then she has a boyfriend. He robbed her. $15,000. We don't do that. A dude do something to us, we're gone. No second chances, baby. We gone. So when he took the money, I'm like, okay, fine. I did everything for her, got all her book, just did everything, you know? And I was just like, just tired of her and her shit at the time. He takes and this is where the middle name come from. She didn't say Angela Renee White. I'm her mother. I named you. Don't break that name in half. What's up? So I found out why. Because I said that her boyfriend, this is why we don't talk now, because I don't like her dude. And I'm never going to like him. Okay? You're not going to use my daughter, and I can see it. And I told him I'll come bust your ass for you, you know? Because I will.
See, now, if he's stealing from her and do all of that, I agree with Tokyo. I do. I'm not into that. She should, that's a scrub the ground. I don't like women scrubbing the ground with men. I'm just not into that. Like I said, we don't all been to the ghetto toxic circus. I know I have a few times, and we getting better by the day. So I'm not judging, but I'm just saying, I agree with Tokyo right here.
He has 10 bitches. Oh. She's one of them. He says they're the Hectors and they're his wife. He puts this in his story. She's the first one on the lineup of his hoes. He has his arm around her neck like some boy thug or something. Well, she's much more than that. And he stamped everybody's name on their chest. Hers was Renee. I said, oh, that's where the name fell off at. And then the rest of them, teeny tiny mama, woo, woo, woo. So the kill to the story is I text her and I told her I was proud. I was happy. That's the right thing. You know your mom, I do Bible study on TikTok, all this. This is me. You go on my old pages, you'll see it. It's nothing new. It's nothing new, but it's always bright. Okay? So I text her and I tell her I'm proud of her. 5 days later, she hits me and says, I'm going to get the kids to call their grandma. What? On Saturday. I said, no, you're not. This is a text. No, you're not. You're not going to play with me. I'll see them when I see them. But what you're going to do is you're going to apologize to me publicly for lying, saying, I don't know, my mama was at and all this weird shit, which to this day, you just look at the shows. I slid a phone to her at the dinner table.
What is she talking about? Apologize for lying. You know, a lot of times people don't realize like what they perceive to be reality for other people is not always the actual reality of other people. Like, how could you say she's lying when we've heard you say that she was used to be with your mom? We've also heard you say that she was living with her dad at one point, even though on this interview you kind of went back and was like, I let her stay with him. She wasn't living with him. But we've heard that. Like, she went over there to live with you. Said this. I think people do. Okay.
Every person in our family is on their phone. Call and defend yourself. She didn't pick the phone up.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're in the Illuminati and you're doing these weird ass shits, this is what you do. I'm what you call a living sacrifice. Look it up. This is where they give you the torment, the abuse, the violent shit, everything that she says her Baphomet does.
Mm-hmm.
Who did she do these things to? If you serve in Baphomet, you have to do it to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the favorite to do it? And who's going to take it for 5 and 6 years? So that's my reason, but I still love her.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so she's basically saying that Chyna is being violent toward her. What? It looks like it's the other way around, if you ask me, but that's just my. I don't know. I digress.
And I would do anything, as long as we got the distance between us. I'll be fine. And I got me some more daughters after that.
But do you ever feel like, do you feel like you were a good mother to Chyna?
I know I was a good mother.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter was listen, I have my shit coming out, my TV network, and it's on there. 48 family members where her own cousin says, we were so envious of you. Why would you do that to your mama? Your mother helped raise us.
Mm-hmm.
I have a brother that's a bum. He never raised his kids. He never gave. They live with me in China.
Okay, so can you give me some advice then?
Sure, plenty.
Okay, cool.
Let's go.
So basically, I was my mom gave me to my grandparents when I was little, right? And my grandmother raised me. So if I ever say anything nice about my mother, I'm talking about my grandmother.
I got
that's
you.
my mom, right?
Okay.
And so like over the years growing up, like I've always tried to like rekindle and rebuild the relationship with my mom. But I have like some sort of resentment because I feel like I watched her raise 2 other kids and she never came back and tried to like make stuff right with me, even as an adult. And so I feel like my mom is like very narcissistic and I feel like she plays victim. Like it's always
So this is Megan basically telling Tokyo this is how she feels about Tokyo, because she said in the beginning of this interview, if y'all remember, you and Blac Chyna's relationship reminds me of me and my mother's relationship. If Tokyo was as smart as she thought she was, she would have picked up on that. Like, well, girl, this is what you think I'm like, because you literally said in your opening statement, y'all's relationship reminds me of me and my mother's relationship. So she thinks that Tokyo is narcissistic, abusive, and all of these other things. So let her keep going.
the problem. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Like my mom is the type of mom where like I haven't talked to my mom in like a couple years, right? She'll call me and be like, I know P. Diddy's having a party for his 50th birthday. Like, can you take me with you? She's not going to ask me like, hey, how are you? Do you need some food? Like, can I come out with you? Like my mom's very that. And so for those, like my mom has tried to sue me or has threatened to sue me, try to get me fired from my job. She's done so many things to me to where it's like, okay.
Who's your father?
My dad died when I was 3.
How do you know this?
Because I got pictures at the funeral, I think.
How do you know this?
How do I know what? About my mom?
Your dad died.
Well, I mean,
do you remember your dad?
I do.
You remember him directly?
I remember things from when I was like 3 or 4 years old.
That could be the reason.
What do you mean?
I can't put it on unless we have a one-on-one and I can place it. But she's dead ass wrong. And to be honest, if I were you, I would cut the fucking cord.
How can she see this in other people but can't see it in herself? She just told her that her mother is dead fucking wrong and she would cut the cord with her mother, but yet she doesn't see any fault in how she acts and behaves.
the cord has been cut. I'm not talking to my mom in
I
a
will
couple
cut
years.
the cord. Listen.
But I got to make a point though.
But don't stop loving her.
Period.
And be the best you can be. And don't do it because you're trying to prove to your mother, because she did have you. You're here because of her.
Yeah. It's for my own mental sanity and peace, which brings me to the point of you and Chyna. So like, you know, from all the TV shows that I've watched and the things I have researched, it seems as if Chyna just ignores like your attempts at either trying to make it right or trying to make it wrong.
I'm a sacrifice. I told you that. Yes. I mean,
so you don't think that, like,
let me explain.
Anything you've done may have triggered her to act the way she acts?
Listen, nothing triggered her. Blac Chyna had her own bedroom, her own bathroom. She was the only child. Her mother's making $300,000 a year as a stripper and an escort. We lived in high-rise apartments with doormen and red carpet. I had Range Rovers, Mercedes-Benz, and Z's. What's the problem? She said I didn't raise her. She lived with her dad. You know how hard that was for me to—
Oh, see, so she just said she lived with her dad, and watch her go back on it. If you live in a lifestyle of a stripper, a sex worker, an escort, that is a fast lifestyle. You're out all night, which means more than likely you're sleeping all day. My sleeping schedule always been off. I always had like, you know, vampiric tendencies. I was always the night owl. So usually like I take naps throughout the day. Children don't give a fuck about a Range Rover or a high rise or having their own room. And this is what a lot of parents don't understand. And once again, I know I don't have kids, but I have been a kid of a parent that was a little negligent. Not because my mother was a streetwalker or anything like that, but she was young. She didn't know any better. However, the fact that I just had a roof over my head, I had clean clothes, I had every Jordan. When I was in middle school, I used to be obsessed with Jordans. I had all of these things. So in her mind, that was success. But that's not what it takes to parent a child. If you are a lady of the night, it is very highly, extremely likely that you did not have time to get up and take her to school every morning. You probably were not, you know, there when she needed you for doctor's appointments because you was out running around, throwing that Gucci in the circle, popping that thing, getting to the bag. We could see it clear as day. She ain't the only lady that lives that lifestyle with kids. You always have to have a primary caregiver of your kid. Because where was your child when you was out doing all of these things? Was she just, or did you leave her in the house by herself? That's another sign of negligence. You're not supposed to leave children unattended by themselves. So where was she when you was out working a pole and, you know, and throwing that cooch? Like, where was your daughter? That's a good question. That's what I would have asked her. So, Miss Tokyo, where was Chyna when you was outside getting to the bag? Where was she? Did she have a babysitter? Like,
to let my daughter that looked just like me go with a man that was married and had sex with me, to give me her, that never gave me a dime for her, to let my kid go with him? You know what that took? A lot. You know why? I could be like, this nigga could be a pervert. I was a girl, she looked just like me. You might be trying to do a second round.
But do you think Chyna could have some childhood trauma from that?
She can't have childhood trauma from what?
Well, you just said that you let her dad raise her for a little bit.
No, I didn't say that. I said I let her go over there.
Oh, you
let me finish. And it's not trauma from that.
Girl, you just said she lived with her father. Wait. She literally contradicts herself so much. Okay.
That's what got her with what she had now. Partially because he had bigger houses and cars than me. So when you're given everything, where the girls at school is jealous, you got diamond rings and earrings. Come on, you got the finest clothes. Come on. This is her Hollywood shit.
So you don't feel like you made any mistakes as a mom?
I didn't make any mistakes that I could find.
Girl.
Other than spoiling her.
Oh, see, this is delusion. I have never seen a more perfect person in my life than Miss Tokyo Toni. Never in my life have I seen a more perfect specimen. She ain't do nothing wrong. She has no faults. There's no possible way her daughter could resent her or feel trauma or anything. What? Is this lady a God personified? Are we looking at an angel from above? Because nobody is without faults. Nobody. But, well, except for Miss Tokyo Toni, according to her. She ain't never did nothing wrong. There's no room for improvement. She was perfect as a parent.
Because I had 9 freaking brothers, bro. I didn't get nothing. I was a tomboy. I was on the basketball court. Okay, I had sex for the first time, and she was it. My mom told me to have an abortion. I ran away from home and stayed till I knew I couldn't do it. That don't sound like a chick that wasn't around. And again, back to what I was saying. I let her go with her father so that you can have the balance. Not being a bitch, like, nigga, you ain't do nothing for her. Why should I let her go with you? But I was like, take it. We close enough. Something wrong. But I was down there. I'm driving. But what's up? You good? Yeah, Mom, leave me alone. I'm good. You know?
So how do you expect to have a relationship with your grandchildren if, you know,
I have to wait till you get older. I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna do that no more, Megan. I've been through that with her for 6 years. Now another 9 months, all of something I didn't do. I can deal with it.
But what is it that you didn't do that she's so mad about?
That I didn't do.
That's what you just said.
Oh, she said on the show that I wasn't around.
Oh.
She didn't know where I was or some weird shit.
How is that weird when you said yourself you was a hustler and you was on the pole and you was escorting? That is not a scheduled lifestyle. That does not require structure. And nobody is saying that is wrong or right. But I just wish that she would just say, you know what? Maybe there were times when she wanted me to be more available and I wasn't because of the lifestyle that I chose. Because I was out doing X, Y, and Z to get to the bag to provide her with material things. It would read so much better. As opposed to saying, when she said I wasn't around, she weird as fuck. Miss Mamas, if you working at the strip, what? Those places close what in the AM, the 6 a.m., the 4 a.m., and they open at the what? The 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Who was taking care of your kid from that time? I just want to know. Please, somebody ask her because I want to know. In between the hours that you were working, where was your daughter? And when you slept, because we're human, everybody needs to sleep, even if you just sleeping for a few hours here or there. Where was your daughter?
And she said she lived with her grandmother.
And that's all false.
That's a lie.
I really lived with my grandma. So.
That's a lie. I asked her, you live with your grandmother, where did you sleep? To this day, Angela, answer this. What's the name of the street? What's the name of the street your grandma lived on? You lived with her. Give me a name of any street. Give me the church. She was a devout Christian. She went to 3 different churches. Give me the names of those churches. You can. Give me the name of where your grandmother is buried, just the city. Come on, don't do that.
So this is gaslighting, like where did you sleep and all of this. First of all, my grandmother, when I talk about my grandmother, I'm talking about my great-grandmother. She had a 3-bedroom apartment, and at any given moment, it was probably like 10 people up in there. She had bunk beds in 1 bedroom, a high-rise bed, a pull-out couch, one of them rolly beds. When you a kid, you sleep any fucking where. You can sleep anywhere. It does not matter. So that doesn't make it like a valid, like, oh, she wasn't with my mother because where did she sleep? Sometimes we would sleep in the bed together, like me and my cousins or my aunts. Like, everybody found a place to sleep. Come on. Let's not act like we haven't all shacked up at a time or two. Just because she may not know what city her grandma is buried in. Her grandma was buried when Chyna was an adult, riding around and getting it like how you was at one point, working that pole, popping that cooch, getting to the bag. I'm not saying any of this is right or wrong. I'm just making an observation. And I think it's a weak counter argument as to her daughter feeling like she wasn't as present in her life. And I don't understand why Tokyo can't just say, maybe I could have been there more. It doesn't mean that you completely abandoned her or that you didn't have her own room with her bathroom and the high rise with the jack with the Range Rover out front and a mink coat. Nobody is discrediting that. Nobody is saying that you just completely was not there. However, there's no way you was there the way you probably should have been or was needed because of your lifestyle. It's just common sense. Is y'all picking up what I'm putting down?
But I never wanted to be one to bust her out because then they say she's jealous. No,
most people think that you hate your daughter.
How could they think I hate her when I'm chastising her for what she's doing? They only looking at the celebrity part because they're fucking groupies, babe. I'm a real mama bear. So nobody saw when I was down there every time I'm down.
Exactly. And shouts out. Thanks for the super chat, boo. So who was helping Chyna with her book reports? This is what I'm saying. When you live a certain lifestyle, there's no way you could show up. Like, y'all, I bartend, right? I bartended at after hour spots, right? So I would have to get to work at I don't know, maybe 11 o'clock. And I would be there till like 5, sometimes 6 in the morning. If I had a child, there's no way I would be able to just get up and be making breakfast. Probably I would be on autopilot though. I wouldn't be as present as a child would need me to be because I would be dead tired. You're tired. You're human. We cannot operate on fumes. And her father wasn't in the picture. So who was helping you to raise her? You did not just do it completely on your own. And that's my point. You didn't. There's no way physically possible that you had no help raising and rearing your child. I just don't believe that. Even when I bartended day shifts, I probably would need somebody to pick my child up from school. You know what I'm saying? Like you need help when you work in any type of hospitality environment, or if you like freelancing, or if you're doing any type of, you need help. There's no way. I've worked at nightclubs. There's no way I would be able to leave the club. And this is just me like doing bottle service and bartending. I ain't no stripper, y'all. I don't like people touching me. I ain't into all of that. But there's no way I would be able to leave a club, after hour spot, an establishment, anything, and just jump into motherhood without getting sleep or without being tired. It's just not realistic. I don't understand why she keep, unless she wants to stop that too. But I don't understand why is it so hard for her to say, I had help. Somebody had to help you, Tokyo. Who helped you raise Chyna? That would be a good question. Was it a babysitter? Did your mom ever step in to watch her for you? Like, who helped you? Because there's no way you was escorting and stripping and you, because where was she when you was out? You know, something is not adding up. And I think she just don't want to admit it. It's easier to never admit your faults. But if you want to heal and you want to get to the next level, you have to be introspective, and you got to be able to look in the mirror and say, okay, how did I contribute to the situation? How can I make things better? And if you can't own up to your faults, then there'll never be any resolve. And it's just going to be a continuous toxic cycle. It's going to continue.
Down there, everything get popping. Where's her shows? Huh? She had 4 of them. Where are they? I never got paid for shit. I did all her shows. I was like, oh, I have. It's going to be, right now, if I just really had to say, nobody in this room is going to make it. Because we have to walk like Esther in the Bible by faith. And if we're not doing that, we wearing makeup, we wearing tight shit, we wearing pants. Those are strikes. And God don't do the way. No, wages of sin is death. There's no weight. We live vicariously through people that have things. See, when you work hard, I don't have to show you what I got. I show you my work.
Oh, this is what she talking about.
No, you stole the ink pen and you fucked a little boy. It's the same.
No, that's what I mean. I'm spiritual. I'm not religious.
Gotcha.
But like from going to church and stuff, I have heard every sin is equal. So
yeah.
Okay, so the last part of this segment is obviously, I want to know your experience with the Kardashians because everybody be trying to keep up with them. Who's your favorite Kardashian?
Dream.
Oh, she is so freaking cute.
Yes.
She's literally so cute.
But if I had to, that was evading your question, just being funny, but
Yeah.
dream. But if I had to, I would say Chris or Kim.
What's your favorite thing to do with Dream? She's such a cute little girl.
She wears me out. Everything, hair, painting, coloring, on the phone, videos, just everything. But both of them, King and Dreamy.
King is so cute too.
Yes, he is.
Do you feel that you were treated differently by the Kardashian family due to like, I guess like the class of your upbringing, if that makes sense?
Not at all. First of all, let's start here. Let's talk about how we met them. I was invited to them and I didn't want to go. My daughter pretty much forced me. So when I met with them, we went to Magic Mountain. It was Kendall's birthday. I don't deal with them. I wasn't with them there at all. I was with the kids, Jaden, Kylie, all the kids. They like, we want you with us. So I was over there with them. Talking about caliber, can we really go there, Megan? Because we can go deep, baby. You want to go deep?
I do, because I want to know.
Okay,
And we got 15 minutes.
Okay, we're gonna go deep.
Okay.
First of all, their caliber. What is their caliber?
I mean, most people would say upper class.
They're not upper class. They're the lowest of the lowest of the lowest. Anytime
in this matrix, in this system, in this, classist society, they absolutely are in the upper class. They're in the 1%. I think Tokyo's about to get into spirituality, character, human nature, and all those other things. So we're gonna let her talk about this a little bit, and then we gotta go. Because we literally watched basically this whole thing together. Fair use, because we need to make a coin. Y'all need to let my video rock. Yeah. And all of that good stuff.
You have to change your face. Have to be in front of a camera that you don't give back to the community. You don't say happy Black, what is it? Black month, whatever.
Black history.
Black history.
Her not knowing it. Talking about they don't say it. What is it? The Black what? She is a character.
Thank you. Black History Month. I mean, what? No. They do the most. They don't respect nothing and nobody. And I want to keep fear in their heart. They don't fuck with me. Had they put me on that stand, my daughter would have won that case. So that's a 2-ring circus on both sides. If I was such a bad mom, why the fuck was I right there for every breathing moment? Take your bumps and your bruises. I take the hits. I'd be like, okay, cool. They are not bigger than anybody. They're not bigger than me, you, or anybody in this room. The people make them that because they live vicariously through people that have things. See, when you work hard, I don't have to show you what I got. I show you my work ethic. I show you my charity. And if that isn't good enough, where the fuck is your check to give me? So, in all retrospect, who the fuck are they? Period.
How has Shopify?
I agree with that. So we done got them earful. Welcome to subscribers and members. Yes, welcome. I wanted to show y'all this post that happened today. So today, her and Blac Chyna actually reconnected. The irony, right? And hey, Norris, what's up? And let me show you guys her reaction. Shouts out to the Neighborhood Talk, fair use. Tokyo Toni gets emotional over her relationship with Blac Chyna.
My daughter, this is her right here texting me as I'm spraying this up.
So she said, so Tokyo Toni's in the blue. I love you more. And then Blac Chyna saying, forever, I'm here for you. I know you are me also. Well, basically, I know you're here for me also.
And Chyna don't save today. She don't even save y'all motherfuckers.
The devil will not win. This is what this is what Blac Chyna is texting Tokyo.
No, people that give me money while they're texting me right now.
So she unblocked her, y'all. This happened today.
I never got a text about it. And if you come over and you gave money and you did fiery hot shit, I will motherfucking scissor you. It's my daughter calling me. I'm gonna call y'all back. Hi, Mama. Hold on.
So does that look like a woman that don't give a fuck and don't care and won't get close to her unless she got two pit bulls and a pistol and she don't ever want to talk to her again and keep that I'm a walking sacrifice? It wasn't giving none of that. That's what I say. Like, people be cutting up and putting on, and I just don't think that it's wise to spew a bunch of whatever it is that you're feeling at the moment on the internet because it's going to live on forever, and you're just going to look like a hypocrite, a liar, and a big walking contradiction. Look at how she crying and carrying on and all of that. And she was just saying, I don't want to see her. I won't ever want to be close to her again. I don't fuck her. The last time I was talking about this, she was saying F her and God could put her on her back and all types of stuff, but yet you crying and boo-hooing and you're elated. The only thing is that she felt rejected by her daughter. She couldn't take it. She cannot handle rejection. She internalizes that. So she lashes out. She is emotionally unintelligent. She doesn't know how to deal with how she feels. So she goes crazy and berserk. She was really happy to hear from her. She wants her attention. Exactly. So she does it on the internet. She knows that, Chyna is an internet girl. Everybody doing everything to cloud for a click and a view and to get posted on the blog sites and all of that. So it's just like, it's like a child. Y'all see the baddest kid get the most attention. So they keep acting out when they feel neglected. They always got to get a phone call from the teacher. They always doing terrible shit in the house. They're really bad. It's because they feel neglected by their parents. And unfortunately, a lot of us have to raise our parents. So instead of Tokyo being the child that's acting bad, she's the mother that's acting bad for time and attention. And you got to put people like that on ice. You can't give it to them. It's feeding the beast. And if you keep feeding the beast, it's going to keep acting out. It's going to keep rearing its ugly head. And people don't learn that way. So I feel like, I don't know, like I do see that Chyna puts on ice. She takes an approach that I usually take with people. Like, I won't talk to you for a while and hopefully you learn, and then when we get back together though, there has to be moving forward. Me now being more grown and more polished and more elevated. We got to have some type of resolve before I just let you back into my life. And I learned that type of behavior from my mom, from being a kid. Whenever something happened, you got your ass beat, you have discord. You don't get an apology. They don't talk about it with you. They just be like, you hungry? You want something to eat? The way a lot of melanin-rich parents apologize is that they don't. They just move on and act like nothing ever happened after a while of you being mad and in your feelings. And that's not healthy. But a lot of us as adults, we do the same thing. We never get any resolve. And then what do? We turn around and repeat the same toxic cycles over and over and over again. So it is up to us to be the change that we want to see and to break the cycles. I don't know how many of you have children in this chat, but if you do, I hope that you do a better job than what we just saw at communicating with your child and at, just being expressive when you don't like something, and even with your parents, because a lot of times not a lot of times, all the time, when you grow up, your parents have to be reintroduced to you as an adult. You got to set your boundaries. You got to show people and tell people and teach people how to treat you, because you matter. Just because someone is your parent doesn't mean that they matter more than you and that you have to accept them treating you like a piece of shit. Family, parents, whoever, friends, because you're comfortable with a person and you're familiar with a person does not mean that you deserve to be treated like shit. And the people closest to you will treat you the absolute worst because they feel like they know that you have a sense of obligation. And when you love somebody, you're more willing to accept BS. And we all do it. We do it in relationships with your mom. It's all relationships. Of course, some are intimate relationships, but every situation that you're in with a person, if you're bonding with them, if you're creating something, even workplace, those are relationships with your coworkers. It's relationships. Teach people how to treat you in relationships. Don't waver. Set your boundaries. Have standards and expectations. Don't allow people to treat you terribly and then just let them come back in, because it's just going to keep happening. And it's not okay. Tokyo Toni is a air. I think she's a Libra. So, right, I'm Filipino. Say that, Love Jones. Yes. Hey, Miss Yoshi. Yes. Yes. That's too much pride. Mm-hmm. Love you snagging and you look good without the hat, love. Okay. I don't get it, but all right. Our parents are our first experience to learn how to relate to others. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. It's true. And that's why I always say, you know, we are, as women, we're so focused on our relationship with our father. And we say, oh, daddy issues. No, it's how your mother treated you. Your mother teaches you how to navigate the world. Your mother teaches you how to have relationships with other people. Your mother is your first representation of how you should be treated as a woman. And nobody really talks about that. We always saying, oh, she got daddy issues. She got that. No, mommy issues is really what fuck you up. I'm telling you, it's mommy issues. It's both, yes, but mother issues, mother-daughter relationships really determines how a daughter navigates through the world more so than a father. But, all right, I'm about to go. We've been up here for a while. We done watched that whole thing together. And I love y'all so much. I've enjoyed this interaction immensely. Y'all know I love coming up here with y'all. We be having us a good time. Your mama's a Libra and she was a piece of work. My mama's an Aries. And it's funny because although she's fire, she's also very sensitive. Like, she used to cry a lot. Like, she probably watching this, but I love you now. We done came a long way, but she was very emotionally manipulative when I was coming up. A lot of mothers are. A lot of women are. Like, it is what it is. But we gotta do better. I've had a shit ton of issues. I still got, issues and things that I'm working through. And yeah, I haven't had children yet because I don't want to bleed on my kids. I would hate for my kids to be like, my mother was bartending at the bar, getting to the bag and neglected me. And I'm like, well, I gave you had on Balenciaga. Like, what the fuck type of rebuttal is that? What? I wouldn't give a damn if I had on Gucci from the rooter to the tutor. Kids' love language is time spent. Point blank, period. Children don't give a fuck about a label. They don't care about a brand. They don't care about a fancy car. A kid will appreciate you more living in a Shake Shack, seeing them every single day, tucking them in at night every single day, playing with them, drawing, hand painting, coloring with them, dancing around the house, singing songs. Those things resonate way more with the child than you putting them in Balenciaga and Fendi prints on. They don't give kids don't care about that. Love to kids is time spent. I'm about to go. I'm a skedaddle. Show up as her, be her. Show up as him, be him. Don't let him look at somebody playing your face. We gonna elevate today. We all on a journey to our higher selves. I love y'all so much. Y'all my day ones. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. You can share too. That's nice. And I know you're going to do it because I know you care. That part. Yes. And y'all know what I'm about to say. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. Bye, love bugs. I will see y'all soon. Ow. Be good.